Good morning, mi amigos. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. What up? What up? What up? Chat. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My mom's taking a walk, but I'm hoping to swing her over to this stream later today because I think that would be so epic. All right, let me get some tunes going. Try not to get freaking banned. Sorry, gang, I got to get my headphones real quick, too. All right, good morning, my friends. We are back. What up? Chat. Good morning, The Reed. Good morning, Honor. Good morning, K. Dot, SpongeBob. Good morning, everybody. Gotta get my headphones in so I can hear myself, make sure nothing crazy is coming through, make sure the volume's working all right. Mic sounds so much better when I'm nice up and close like that. Well, I did have a pre-market long, my friends. I'm long a little bit of the NQ, knowing that I could, if we sweep these areas, I'll probably get liquidated on this pro account. Let me try and flip that to the right. If I lose this trade, I will lose this pro account. Let me try and get it on the right screen. Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday of Thanksgiving. Last trading day of the week, most likely. Friday's a half day. I never really trade the Thanksgiving Friday. I don't recommend people to trade the Thanksgiving Friday. First like from Crypto Fergie. Thank you. Shout out, Crypto. We haven't been getting the most likes lately. It's been the ratio of like to viewership isn't always great, so we appreciate you. Appreciate you, good. Sup, Stacy? Sup, Horizon? KJM? What up, brother man? I actually think that the market it usually doesn't like to we usually don't like to sell off before major holidays typically. I'm not banking on that, but I can't hear the music at all. All right, my friends. So this morning, I am looking for higher on the NASDAQ. My target for the NQ is up here, 25258. That's the dream. We're keeping it light today. I don't think I'm going to trade any options because I don't want to risk monies like that. I'm more thinking that I'm just going to trade some futures. I got some My Funded Futures Pro accounts. I actually already have a long on. I'm trying to get my trading view to load, but it's giving me the runaround. You belong to me. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, trading view can load. All right. Well, you're going to see this account's going to either live, breathe, or die by this pre-market entry. All right, well, this is just one of those My Funded Futures 50K pros. Like I mentioned, if this comes down here, I'll probably lose the whole account, which will be a total of $187 with the discount. But if it runs fat, I can get a big bold balance to look to take a payout 14 days from now. So we'll see how this one shapes up. Because I could see market open us swiping down, swiping me out, and then going. So we're just going to fingers crossed that doesn't happen today, gang. Oh, these glasses are dirty. Yo, Jamie, I appreciate you hopping on for the stream, bro. I'm glad to have you. I love, love, love streaming. So if you've been following me for a bit and this is the first stream, super, super stoked to have you. Thank you, Sibon. Yes, sir. I rolled the gold. I got a little confused about that earlier, but I rolled the gold now. Sup, Caleb? Sup, Alex? Morning, Miss K. My parents are officially in his house. Will I be able to convince them to come on stream later? We'll see. But I would like them to come on stream. I want my dad to come on stream and we flip a coin together and then go full port and either make a bunch of money or, I mean, or lose. And that would be fun. So the reason that I have a little bit of a long on pre-market, again, I feel like I need to put a disclaimer here. And I holding through open. So basically, I think that there's a chance. I think that there's a chance that from like a 5 or 15 minute perspective, as soon as we open in 5-10 minutes, the first bar of the day would ultimately this is all very much a could situation, could like rocket through our upper level, which is actually 58, and then kind of like the YM did a couple weeks ago. Again, the odds of that happening feel like 30%, so it's low, but if it does, that will be a massive trade, right? So this is kind of what I'm looking for, and I'm wondering if it might happen so fast that I wouldn't get to enter off of that, right? So then I start to determine my risk, and I say, okay, how much am I willing to risk on this idea, right? And for me, it's my funded futures pro account. That's the $200 basically. The truth is, most Wednesdays before, I don't know if you all call it this, but I know this Wednesday is actually a holiday in my community known as Black Wednesday, where if you live in your hometown, you go out and get hammered on like with your friends that day. I'm not in my hometown at the moment. I won't be participating in that, but the whole reason I say that in the first place is this is basically a holiday market, and I do firmly believe that. So I'm controlling my risk dramatically today. Even though I think there's maybe some options trades I could look at, I am not going to focus on options. I don't want to risk my own money on that sense. I would rather focus on like a funded account. So that's what my aim and energy is for the day. Sorry, chat. I have not checked the chat much today. Dude, I want that. That's exactly what I want. I want my dad to flip the Zin can. Noah, what's up, Noah? Morning, Mo Keep. Morning, Mitch. Morning, JJJ. Cordial Rake. Fucking love you. Seth Cook. Jeff, my dog. Nah, dude, there's no way I'm making up Black Wednesday. Black Wednesday is a super real holiday, dude. This is like, it's like... This is a publicly celebrated thing. Gang, 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 gang. Black Wednesday is a totally real thing. It's the most DUIs of the year. That makes total sense to me. Oh, NQ. Oh. Oh. We making some motion? What up, Carrie? What up, my brother? Dude, Carrie, I bought Cornell shares yesterday because I think it's coin's time. So I'm now... I've obviously been holding my coin shares the whole time, but now I'm kind of in that leveraged coin one right now. Bought that Cornell around 18 yesterday. Oh, this is great, guys. Let's just have it rock it up, and we don't have to do much work at all. Hood was a good buy. Somebody mentioned Hood, and I didn't buy any of it, and I regret that. Dude, that's why we have the greatest chat in the history of chats. Most of the ideas that people bring to the table are actually good and valid ideas. Neve, this is a funded one, my dog. Great question. Yes, this is a funded. This is like sim funded. Although I think with the new add-on they have for this, if you want to pass in one day, you need to make 4K. What up, Karma? Good morning, brother. But I haven't had a beer in 6 months, mainly because I smoke. But I will hammer a Guinness for you. Hey, only if your heart really desires that Guinness, you know. All right, we really want the NQ to basically hold the opening print. That's where we're looking. I don't love the fact that I could pretty easily see a sweep down here, but I'm trusting holiday markets right now. Go NQ. Come on, 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 come on. Guys, I'm sorry. I got to put you on pause for a second because I want to try changing this to dark mode. I don't know if it like logs me out or anything. All right, cool. We're back. I actually don't think that I think you guys saw that whole thing. I don't think I switched the way that I thought I did. So, oh well. I want profit and loss value. We're putting it in money for the sake of knowing how much I'm up in the recording and stuff. I actually don't like dark mode. I don't like this. Sorry to any of you that do. I think you're dumb. This light mode looks better. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you dumb. Okay? You are not actually dumb. This song always gets me in trouble. I don't care. I want to hear it right here, right now. How do I put a bias? Ooh, that sounds like a great idea. I'd love to put a bias pull on the stream. Nice work, guys. Up about $8,000 on this trade at the moment. We're getting clearance of the level that we want. I would like us to hold above this level. I'm thinking that we can trend above there. Let's get a 5-minute close above the level. He said, I have the right. No one gonna comment on the fact that we're literally playing the most banger song of all time at the moment? Is it too quiet? Like, why are we not more excited about Mrs. Officer? That's my question. YouTube will be like that. This is a funded account, not an eval. I'm trying to make bank, Omar. All right, that was great, but now I need to get yelled at a little bit. I need to get yelled at by Shady Nasty. You're not working hard enough. Happy Stranger Things Day. Let's go. All right, we want to get back above this level very quickly. If you look at this green rectangle was the level was the candle I wanted to start the day. 15-minute can still get it. Oh, thank you very much, Roman. You're right. I got to update that. Update the banner. Unfortunately, I have to stop playing songs like 3 minutes into them to try and prevent the copyright strike. Okay, so the NQ is currently giving a potential sign of rejecting off this level. We're going to keep our eye out. Sorry, turning the music back down a little bit. Yeah, if you were reverse a little bit to the earlier start of the stream, based on the chart, I was looking for a similar move. You see how, like, I think it's sometime last week. I'll find the example of it. I don't remember when it was. Regardless, sometimes the market pushes up in the first 5 minutes of the day and gets over a level. I wanted us to create the trend above this level. I thought we might not get an entry. Yes, always based on technicals. I never do anything that's not based on technicals. All right, let's see if we can get back over the opening print here. Not a good failure. Quick failure. Harsh failure. There you go. 11/12/25 is the day that I'm looking for as a reference. I don't want those gaps to fill. I don't think we need to fill those gaps. But if we do, I hope your trade works out, Yuri. But selfishly, I don't want them to fill. I obviously gave up a significant portion of profit. I am aiming for higher. That is the only reason I would do that. It's 9:39 a.m., sir. How heavy? All right, fine. We're putting in some heavy beats just for Caleb. Here you go. Send a man, give it a mic, and a man. Go tell a man, come and get me, you're far from a clever man. Send a man, with a butt, go get a man. Anytime you're ready, I'm there, I'm better than these man, fair and square. We can link in the end, we can link, make fair. When I'm here, fresh and clean when I'm here, It's too much when I'm here, It's on top when I'm here, Living kitty make man disappear. Cause the victory like between me and you, blood is the history gap. How did man gonna come with chat? Come against me, I'm there and that. R.I.P. on the t-shirt, all the man them are wearing that. See, you wanted heavier? We got heavier. We can do that. I can do anything. Please stand by, guys. I see the chat, but I'm also kind of actively managing a position right now that I am hoping to make like 10 or 15 grand on. Okay, we are seeing some pullback here. I really wanted this to give this the room to try and hold over the open, but this looks like it's setting up to fail. Let's see. I don't feel bad about the position at all. I'm just not entirely sure whether it wants to hold or fail. And I think that, I mean, there really is no way to be sure, but I'm trying to determine if the chart is on our side or not. The YM is strong right now. Indeed, the YM is doing what I hoped the NQ would be doing. This is what I was looking for from the YM, that kind of open where like there's no chance to get in. And it just rips, right? That's kind of what I thought. I didn't necessarily think the NQ was for sure going to do it, but I thought that there was a 50% chance or whatever it is. And even that is worth it. And I was up like 8,000 or 9,000 at the highs. I'm aiming for more, my friends. That being said, will we look back on this trade afterward and think that the dynamic R, I probably made a little bit of a mistake? We'll see. That's what we'll find out. But I need you guys to understand this. I want you to imagine. Everybody ever seen? Anybody ever seen? Anybody ever seen the music video for Wrecking Ball with Miley Cyrus? Right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Wrecking Ball, Miley Cyrus. Come on, give me one person that knows the video I'm talking about. Not a single one of you? Yes? Okay, there we go. Guys, imagine those wrecking balls that she's swinging on. Those are the size of my nuts. Okay? And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm not trying to be crude, and I apologize for that. However, when we're holding through pullbacks, that's why I hold. It's not up to me. It's genetic. I literally don't get a choice in the whole decision-making process. Honestly, we'll bring my mom in here later, and dude, my mom and dad will confirm this is a genetic disorder I've had where I need to hold winners as long as humanly possible. And that stems from my wrecking balls. Come on, NQ, you had a... I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. On a real note, though, the wrecking ball confidence to hold through drawdowns like that and stuff just comes from time. You know what I mean? Like, well, to be fair, we got lucky because it wasn't drawdown, right? It was pulling back in profit. Pulling back in profit is always substantially easier to hold than actual drawdown. But I really, dude, I've been around the block long enough. I think that on the Thursday before Thanksgiving, after an inside bar yesterday, there's a very real chance the NQ could trend all day. And if that's the case, we might have another 100 points in here. I could make another $10,000 on this pro account potentially. Or we could fail this level and I'll regret not selling. You know, that's those. And hey, I've accepted that as a potential outcome in today's scenario. Two-minute close on NQ there was just at the level, but not above it. We are looking for a 2 or a 5-minute close above this level. We have not been able to get that all day. I've been an arm multiple fiend pretty much since I've had any success in this trading game. I never really succeeded until I became an arm multiple fiend. That doesn't have to be the case for everybody. You just got to know it, dude. Everything in this world, not just trading, everything in this world comes down to KYP, bro. KYP, KYP, KYP. Know your personnel. I don't care whether you're at dinner. Might sound like a joke. This might sound like a joke. This is actually so incredibly dead serious. I don't mean it as a joke, even though it might sound funny. The most important skill you can have in life is KYP. Know your personnel. You're out on a date and you're trying to figure out whether a joke will land. What do you need to do? You need to KYP, know your personnel. You're trying to hold a trade for a winner or determine whether or not this is making you emotionally uncomfortable or potentially putting you on tilt. But what do you have to do? You got to KYP. You got to know your personnel. You're at Thanksgiving dinner trying not to piss off your parents and family. What do? KYP, know your personnel. In life, there is no bigger life hack, including yourself when trading, than KYP, knowing your personnel. Not looking at P&L is also very crucial. Unfortunately, since I make content, my editor reached out and they're like, hey, can you turn it off ticks and put it on dollars? Because I'm trying to make videos. And I was like, oh, that annoyingly does make sense, even though it's annoying for me. But that's okay, because I stare. What you guys are seeing is this chart on the right monitor. I actually stare at the left monitor, which is my Thinkorswim, where I don't see the P&L. Oh, that's right. I got to update. Oh, God, I got too much shit going on. All right, now trade if I... Watch this, guys. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. As soon as I click refresh, Tradeify is about to go to switch from 30 to 40% off. Boom! Because I know how to use OBS and Claude. All right, I feel like we need specific songs right now to encourage the pump. I don't like this NQ break and pop and then fade. I want us to stop fading. I want us to get some separation away from this level. Let's go, Justin. Music to my ears, brother man. Alright, dude, this might be the death of us, because I could see why we might pull back right now. Oh, God. I turned on that song, and oh, we immediately started to pull back. I gotta turn that down, sorry. That was too loud. Well, we're holding above the OP. It ain't much. Hey, it ain't nothing to trip out about yet. But let's manage. We'll see. We're keeping our emotions calm. We're being exactly who we know how to be right now, gang. Okay, this actually is more promiscuous than I remembered. Okay, we're getting off that. Wow, I tried to look at what it is. That turned out to be not what we wanted it to be. Just say on, you weren't here earlier in the stream. You don't understand the reference. Okay, hold on. Well, Wrecking Ball didn't work. I was so excited about that. I can turn on some other music, I guess. Rainy days been getting me down. This song never had no stamp. Bright no, tell me I'm black. Bright no, baby I'm drunk. Bright no, baby I'm solo. So I gotta log back in. Yes, I learned that about the Fred Tiny Desk. I'm no longer putting the Fred Tiny Desk on. It's not a good pullback here. I don't like this pullback into opening print. I need this to wick and hold here. Otherwise, I'm going to go out. Keeping my finger on the flatten button. This is Kedema's remix of I'm Solo. I really don't like this, man. This is gonna come back to these lows. It is starting to feel like range action. I am a little bit annoyed I didn't sell on this bar here, but can't go back in time. I expect most of you to have sold, to be totally honest with you. Not many people have the Miley Cyrus wrecking balls, which are evidently at the moment not working out, to be clear. And this is never meant as, I don't want any of you to be signal botting me. So yeah, I mean, I would expect most of you to be out by now. All right. Sad day. I thought these had a chance, but they didn't. Probably pivots at some point, but let's see. Well, I have no trade on now. Sad day. Well, Emily, I was trying to make 20, so that's kind of how it works, you know? I mean, if you just think about it with some basic thought processes, if you're going to want to make 20 or 25, and you're up 8 at some point, there's no guarantee that goes straight up to 25, is there? So if you want to see someone make 25 grand, well, it shouldn't hurt you to see. That's kind of what the whole point of this conversation is, Emily. I wonder if it could hold here. Yeah, guys, I love you. You really can't have it both ways. Like, I'm sorry, let's use some very basic common sense here. If you're trying to catch 20 or something $1,000 winners and you get up half of that profit, you've made no progress. If 5K would change your life, then you shouldn't be trading in a position where one trade could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that 5K would have been life-changing for me, I would have closed it. But you shouldn't put yourself in a position to have life-changing money in a certain trade. Because that means you're risking money that could negatively change your life. No Project X issues. That's why don't use Project X. The wisdom of the 70-year-old man. I don't disagree with that. Yeah, guys, listen. If you ever hope to make money trading, you've got to get over the watching profits fade back thing. Think about it like this. You're trying to make $200. You're up $100 in that process. Then you watch that $100 go back to negative or take a loss, just like that. If that pisses you off, you are literally never going to be able to make 200. Think about it. How could you make $200 if every time you get to 100, you can't stop to think that make that money? Like, you saw it on a scale today of me being up 8,000, but that really means nothing. Think about it as me being up $50. That's what it was. I was up 50 trying to make 100. Oh yeah, no, I don't think they're talking about. No, I think everyone who followed this was actually out earlier because no one has the stones that I have, which turned out to be a good decision. I'm in along with Top Stack X. Jesus help me. But I'm praying up for you, bro. The XX is ended. I'm probably done personally. I took my shot. My shot on the day was I wanted the YM. Excuse me, I wanted the NQ to look like what the kind of YM did, but even now, keep going. Yeah, day before Thanksgiving is historically a slow day or a slow uptrending grind. Friday is the DGen half day that if you trade on Friday, I do have questions about your long-term success, just because if you can't take a half day when the market's only open for an hour off, then it sounds like an addiction. So I do believe everybody should be off on Friday, because if it's a half day, if you really are looking at it and you're like, no, I can't take a half day off from the market, it's not a great sound. They went for a walk. I'm trying to bring them on, but they literally left my bitch ass. I go to, my lease in PR starts really soon. I don't move down there full time till January though. We're in the final stages of trying to secure the place. I will be in Puerto Rico. Yo. Oh, guys. Hold on. Hold on. We have a very important moment. Oh, would you look at that? Look at this. Guys, this is the chat. This is our favorite thing in the world. We love to watch the chat. Let's see. It's a little bit delayed, so they're gonna come in a second. Big Papa, the fam, morning, man who gave you these nuts. So this is the chat. This is who we hang out with, and they're the greatest people. So, oh, we love you guys.
Go make some money.
All right, we're on it. We're on it. I love you guys. Ah, that's epic. That's amazing. Love you guys. See you soon. That was awesome. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you. That was a really fun moment for me. Love them so much. We're really close. Yeah, bro. Damn, NQ already back over the open. We're working on it. I'm glad that somebody made a hug. I'm glad that somebody feels like it was them giving a hug. That's how I felt. I felt like I got a hug. Dude, I'm gonna tell them that. I'm gonna tell them that they low-key caused a pump in the market, and there's nothing. That's so funny. Oh wow, what a moment that was. Well, I'll probably kick it for a few more minutes on stream, then I'll take my depression from earlier. No, I'm kidding. I really do mean it, guys. I do not have FOMO or regrets over how the trading went today. Well, the only regret I have is that I wish the market kept pumping. But in hindsight, if I could do anything differently, I'd probably close on this failure. And we'll see. I talk to my parents as much as I can. Every single day, sometimes just life gets in the way, but I try to, yeah. You know, I didn't tell them that about being up 8 and letting that fade. I feel like that's like a... We don't need to talk about that, you know? Because I think they would, yeah. It's just math, dude. There's really no other way to explain it. It's the same thing I asked earlier, dude. If I'm up $200, but I'm risking $200, I'm up 200, but I'm risking 200. Then once you get to up 100, it doesn't become like free. Why don't I sell some and lock some in? Blah 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 blah. Then your math does not work. It's very basic math. And that's not me trying to be like rude or anything. It's just I do want, if you want to understand long term how to succeed as trading, the math is a necessary understanding of the equation. And if you're up a certain amount of grand, you could look, again, you're just looking at it as, oh, Jake's up $5,000. Why not sell some of that? Because he's trying to make 20. It is literally just math. And if you're asking about my thought process on that, my encouragement to you to do some deeper studying of R multiple and math. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean it that is what it is. If you're up $100, but you sell because you're up 50 because you want the math, or because you want the $50, you're never going to be able to make enough to cover your losses. Yeah, I've been trading for almost 10 years, 8 years, and I have a great strategy. I have no interest in compounding one-to-one winners. That would be blatantly changing what has made me significant portions of money over the last few years. So that's like looking at a strategy that's made me combined over the years over 7 figures and saying, hey, no, I'm going to change that because I don't want to let losers draw down. You see what you just suggested? Doesn't really make sense. Plus, I'm gonna be honest with you, I know very few traders that trade a one-to-one risk to reward and actually make money over the long run. Not trying to be rude, but I do. If you want to succeed at trading long term, this math needs to. You gotta understand the math. And if you can't understand the math, then it's a problem long term for trading. Yeah, again, if you want to be a one-to-one trader, that's up to you. Again, as someone who's been making a lot of money for a lot of years, changing my strategy makes 0 sense whatsoever. And I think that using a higher risk to reward one is literally superior. So I love you, but you're in some sense, you're trying to get an old dog to learn new tricks right now. And it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, being a one-to-one trader actually makes very limited sense to me. I commend anyone who's able to do it on a consistent basis, but I love you. There's nothing you could say that would make me interested in being a one-to-one trader. I don't think it's a successful model at all. Are there successful people who do it? For sure, but I don't think it's a successful model. And then in the meantime, you'd be asking me to get rid of what is a successful model in order to do it. This doesn't make a lot of sense, my friends, when we use what's known as common sense. No, I don't say it in a bad way. It's not out of anything but love, but yeah. Sometimes just logic, guys. However, yeah, that's not meant as a mean thing. If you have any questions about that, then you need a deeper understanding of R multiple. And if you don't have that yet, that is actually something that will hold you back in your trading. So if you have to ask that question, I would study R multiple deeper, because you don't want it to hold you back. I like the 150Ks because I just like more drawdown if I can. Nice work on the GLD calls. Hell yeah. What's up, Papa? GC looks good. Market's not giving up yet. Those aren't blanket statements, Maxwell. It's, yeah, not a blanket statement. It all ties together to an understanding of price and charts. But there's no sentence that says consolidate above has to be like you just need more context than that. I'm not trading cat today. I think it had a nice move, but holiday, I don't want to trade any options today. It just feels like a day to get stuck in decay. I'm gonna get a joint really quickly. Alrighty, my friends. Let's see. This is titled 1 hour of running up that hill. That's crazy. Yeah, gold into these overnight highs is probably my favorite setup for the rest of the day. Please excuse me 1 second. I'm getting a call. Apologies, guys. I had to use the restroom. I always prefer to trade calls to puts, my brother. Market goes up 70% of the time. It's always easier to trade calls than puts. Was it a no wiper is crazy? No, sir. I wiped. I wiped specifically. I wiped. You could probably argue that I wiped just for you, brother. I do think if we hold down here on the lows that this can pivot a bit. Get them to swap out places. I gotta pause that for a second. Hold on. I'm getting a... I think I'm having copyright issues. Do you wipe north to south or east to west? I'm sorry. You lost me, guys. You lost me there. Is that what causes me to end the stream? No way, right? That's a crazy statement, boys. The cringe part is there's no wipers out there. Bro, what do you mean there's no wipers? How do people not wipe? Nah, you guys have got me fucked up, bruh. You guys have got me fucked up. Kick chat would never. I will be annoyed if NQ just spiked me out and then is ultimately making that move back up there, but... Top Step's getting hammered. People are. What are they saying? Let me go and look at it.
I'm sure people...
Are they gonna turn the chat off? Some people have never been to Japan and it's obvious. That's crazy. Sticks and stones and bleeding bones. Bro, I honestly get it. Like, I would be pissed too, because they're yeah, I don't know. I just disagree with what the motion Top Step has taken lately. I'm not saying anything negative about them. Don't come after me and sue me, but I'm allowed to have an opinion, and I don't think there's been a ton of motion. Trying to think if there's anything to do here, but you know what I'm gonna try and do? I'm gonna try and start one of the crypto accounts, the one PW is working with. Let's see how it is. Let's see what this crypto trading is like, shall we? DJ played one for the ladies, said go on in the crowd go crazy. And Q with the love. Oh, if this ends up breaking out and I got stopped out by like 5-10 points, I will be a sad camper. All right, let's try an instant funded $25,000 account. Okay, there's no credit cards allowed on this Bitcoin one. I actually don't know if I have my debit card saved as a card to use. Jake, bring your parents back to pump this. I know, I should, honestly. The best instant funded firm, it's hard for me not to say Tradeify. I've known them for a long time. They're good people. And they're great. Lucid is a new one that's not new anymore. They've been around for a bit now, but Lucid is a great one. And at both of those places, code RAKE or RT will save you. I think Tradeify is a little bit cheaper than Lucid. Yeah, but they're both great. Both great. Okay, I need to get a debit card to try this crypto account. Oh, I know, guys. I'm super annoyed. It does look like the NQ is gonna. I think I was right. I could have just used an exit and a little wait for a pullback, but the way I trade, I like the big winners. I was aiming for it from the start. Okay. I gotta download DX trade. Oh god. This is. I need to tell. They need to make this easier. I'm trying to trade the crypto. The new crypto prop, but this is a hassle. Yeah, they gotta figure this shiz out. We had lots of bangers earlier today. I have to put temporarily the music on pause so we don't get banned. Yeah, Lucid was supposed to announce something today. Knowing myself, they honestly probably already announced it, and I am just behind. Let me try and find it. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm actually on top of it this time. They have not announced anything, but they're supposed to announce accounts that have no buffer and no consistency rule, which is very cool. Hey, Ahmed. Glad to have you. Appreciate you stopping by the stream. I am a price action and trend trader, so I don't what you see on my screen is what I use. It's not a lot of it's no indicators, no fancy lines. I just like to trade candles and price. And I'm a high R to R type of dude. I like big winners, multiple hundreds of points, and I am okay taking smaller stops because of that. But I like to aim for larger winners, and I like to trade with the trend using higher lows and lower highs for entries, which I know sounds very simple. Truthfully, I like simplicity. I've been doing the same thing for years on years on years now. Yeah, I encourage you to check out the rest of the channel or some lives. I have a video titled "The Best Day Trading Strategy" in 2023, I think it is. It's so funny. I was looking back on that video the other day, and I was like, should I update this? And then I watched it, and I was like, nothing to update. Like, it's still the exact same way that I trade. Very simplistic type of manners for sure. So I'd start with that video. Yeah, we do have a WAP. It's not open right now. It'll be open again in January. KJ, I appreciate those words. That's fucking so nice. We'll open something up again in January. It'll be 99 bucks a month. You can learn everything if interested, and you can cancel anytime. That's not till January. And in the meantime, there's a lot that you can study off my YouTube. But I appreciate you just being here. I love streaming, and I love the chat. So just having you here is I'm grateful for. All right, let me try to log in. I'm trying to try essentially PW, the one that PW works with, Warbucks. I'm trying to try them, but I'm getting nightmarish issues. Jake is the only one you should listen to. I do like that. I love that. I do stand by that. That our program is the best program in the world. We'll die on that hill. Appreciate you being here, Ahmed. Yes, sir. Yeah, any questions, don't hesitate to fire away. Love y'all. Yeah, I'll probably be here for another 10 minutes or so trying to figure out this Bitcoin. Message these people. My man, MT, Mr. Jake, I appreciate you so much. I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving, brother. You are a special person. We're really grateful to have you as a part of our community, and I'm grateful to know you myself. So appreciate you, my dude. I hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving, and great work on Cat today. That was a great trade. Named one of my kids on it. Yo. Oh, Vincent. Vincent, hello, my friend. Hello, Vincent. Hello, Vincent. Hello, Vincent. You've asked one of my favorite questions. You don't trade options anymore. I'm not entirely sure what would give you that impression. Just because I have two futures charts pulled up on Thinkorswim at the moment doesn't mean that I don't trade options. I trade options and futures every day. As a matter of fact, if you go back and look at the stream from, I believe it was Friday, we made a 200% options trade on Google. What was it? Yeah, so Google was a banger. That was streamed for free. I don't know what would give you the incentive, or I don't know what would give you the idea that I don't trade options anymore, but it's not true. Also, I still trade futures and prop firms. I've made over, actually getting closer to 750 from trading from prop firms. It's not there yet, but I'm getting closer towards that mark. So I absolutely recommend prop firms. I'm on my way to $750,000 from them. Nah, I know. That's what I figured. It's just a running joke, Vincent. Sorry. Hopefully that didn't come across too negatively or anything. It's a running joke because whenever I trade one or the other, I get that question, right? So when I trade futures, one day I'll get a response of like, you don't trade options anymore, question mark? And then the next day I'll trade options and I'll get a response. You don't trade futures anymore, question mark? And I'm like, no, what makes you say that? I'm just not trading them today. Oh, buddy. I really do think that everybody should be open-minded to trading both because there are some days like today, and I haven't been paying attention much to the options world today, but from the names that I do see on the options board, they look kind of choppy. I don't see anything with like a super clean trend that offered a good opportunity off of first glance, right? So something like futures would have had an advantage on a scalp today, right? But look at last Friday with options, Google, that trade wasn't available in the indices, right? So I do think it's a willingness to trade both is worthwhile. Options are hard, but they get easier with time, and they get easier when you're not doing them every day. Forcing them daily, I think, is a little bit harder. Yeah, I did rewatch. What's so funny is, Adrian, before they'd even mentioned to rewatch, before they'd even mentioned to rewatch those episodes, I rewatched season 2. It's crazy. I trade weekly options with SPY with a small account. Directional play on beta. Nice. Word. Directional weekly options. Are you do long options, or do you sell the options and collect the premium on them? My favorite prop right now, I mean, dude, they are all going to war with each other. They are truly all going to war with each other. Hold on one second. Yo! What is good, my bro? My parents are on a walk. I'm working for a couple more minutes, and then we'll all link it up. They're on a walk right now, but they'll be back soon. Oh. You're such a legend, bro. You're such a legend. Hi, my brother. Sounds good. I appreciate you a ton. Cheers. Now, my doorman just called. I'm going to miss having a doorman. I will not have a doorman in Puerto Rico. My doorman just called and he wants to get my mom flowers. Oh, that's so nice. All right, so let me get back to some of these questions. Yeah, Ahmed, I realized after I said that, I was like, if he said small account, he probably doesn't sell. Because otherwise you'd have to do credit spreads and just it'd be really, really small. So that makes sense. Yeah. Is there a lot of rules for props? It depends on what prop you're looking at. I recently have been trading those My Funded Futures Pro accounts. They're the same as the experts or close to them, which is what I got my 25K payout and then like the 20K live account. That's what I got that all, 30K payout. Those were all from the My Funded Futures Pro accounts. So those are the most freeing with really no rules. It's very limited rules in those. Those are my favorite for that specific reason because the rules are very limited. They are expensive though. And if you fail the eval, it's a big hit. Because like the 50Ks are $190 with the discount code right now. So $190 if you just lose an eval is a big hit, right? The core accounts for My Funded Futures are like $77. You can take a 3K payout. That $77 is a much smaller hit if you fail one of the evals. My Funded Futures, I'd have to say, is still my goat. It's hard for me to argue with them, but I love all the firms offer something unique. You know, really all the firms offer something unique at this point. Take Profit and My Funded at the moment, with My Funded not having the similar offering, they're kind of apples and oranges, right? Because Take Profit is great for the daily payouts, as long as you're okay with the intraday trailing. My Funded, the offering is kind of totally different, so I look at them as like apples and oranges. Take Profit Trader does allow daily withdrawals. Take Profit Trader does allow daily withdrawals. Chris, on the pro accounts, you have to wait 14 days to get paid out. Correct. But that's the one where you can request up to like 100K. So that's the trade-off. They're trying, you go for bigger requests there. The core account, you can get paid in 5 days. Yeah, core is 5 days. Just 5 days, I think it's $150 or something like that. So core accounts are much quicker. But you can only request up to 3K. So that's the trade-off, is that the pro accounts, you can get a much bigger request. The core accounts, it's an easier process. Yeah. You can't trade options, SpongeBob. It's only futures. If you search on YouTube, Get Funded Rake Trades, there's like an hour-long webinar that I made that kind of breaks down this whole process of how they work. Yeah. All right, dude, for the last 20 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, I don't care if I get banned. We're going to good music. Love Tradeify Lightning funded accounts. Some of those are 40% off right now. All these companies are having Black Friday deals. So you can find a good discount wherever you look, basically. It just depends on the firm you want, right? My Funded has great offerings. Tradeify is great for straight to funded. They're super reliable. Any of the companies I work with, I've gotten a payout from, and I trust. I truly trust. Yeah. Hold on. Someone just said rake. I did not know you trade live. Oh, okay. Okay, been following you for years. I thought you were saying that you thought I didn't trade. I was like, well, then how did you know me, sir? Like, that's funny. Yeah, no, the last month or so, I've been doing some lives on Kick and YouTube. I trade live every day inside my community, but we're working on getting the platform for that community to be improved, our streaming platform to be improved a little bit. So I've been doing, and to end the year, Black Friday, I've been doing some more live streaming on YouTube and Kick. So make sure to check out those channels. I appreciate you, my brother. Oh, I really love this song. Hold on, we have to rewind. It's not up to me. I am done trading for the day. Let's see if this gets me booted off YouTube. Well, I encourage you to watch the stream back. It's probably one of my more embarrassing ones, if we're being totally blunt. I was long pre-market from about right here and did not sell. Which, again, the math, I was trying to make like $25,000 off this one position. I ended up being up around $8,000 at the highs here. That math is unfortunately not enough for me to take the profit. And that was my mistake of the day. I mean, Whether you call it a mistake or not is subjective due to the fact that it failed today. But yeah, I was up about 100 points. I was up about 80 to 90 points, and then it stopped me out, minus 20. It's all on the stream. Why you say that red? What do you mean? This song is called I'm Solo, and it is arguably my favorite song ever already. And it's probably going to get me kicked off YouTube and blocked in a second, but I mean it. These streams have changed my music choice. All right, then I'm doing something right. He just can't help it. Jake literally looks, I'm staring in the eye of breaking the law, and I can't stop. If NQ gets over this 258s, I will be a bit sad, to be honest. Sorry, let me move my camera to the other side. Oh, great entry, Abel. I see that. So for somebody who asked earlier about my trading strategy, this is a dude. Abel, tell me this is what you were looking at, right? The potential higher low. You've got me jacked up, Abel. Yeah? Is that what we were looking at? Is that what we took? The PHL over the opening print? God damn. Alex sent it on that. All right, so for those of you out there who are not a part of my course or anything, this is literally not a sales pitch. And in fact, we're actually closed right now. It's not available to join. But it is a really cool feeling when you look in your chat. It's a really cool feeling when you look in your chat, and there's 3 different people that took the same entry without, I didn't say a single thing about it. I didn't say a single thing about this entry here. In fact, I probably wasn't even watching right here. And the chat was able to individually recognize and execute off of a trade like this. It's awesome, man. I fucking love the chat. I fucking love the chat. If that doesn't say stuff about the system, and you know, if that doesn't say stuff about how the system working and all that and the functionality, then I just don't know what does. You know, I really don't know what does. There you go, tits. Took it on ES. Same thing on ES. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Ah, gorgeous. Okay, so Jay Nobula. That is what you just said is another reason why I let that trade trail today. It's very easy for people to look back at the trade that I was in today, and they're like, Jake, you were up $8,000. Why did you not immediately sell or do that, blah, 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 right? That's one of the reasons, is because the feeling that Jay Nobula in the chat just described, which is I should have held, shaking my head. That feeling will put me on tilt. The feeling of, oh my goodness, I should have held, but instead I didn't follow my plan, yada, yada, yada. That will put me on tilt. You know what doesn't put me on tilt? Me taking a loss. You know what I mean? A planned loss, a logical trade that was within my risk tolerance, that doesn't put me on tilt. Seeing profits being up 8 grand, right? Being up 8 grand and watching that go red, that doesn't put me on tilt. Selling at 8 grand and watching it run to 40, that would put me off tilt, on tilt, right? So it's very important as a trader that you recognize what works for you, right? Because for some of you out there, in fact, arguably a good chunk of you, holding through that drawdown would have been the thing that puts you on tilt, right? Right, exactly. I should have held as well. That feeling is killing me. Guys, this is an exact example. Watch today's stream back and watch me go up a certain amount of money and then take a loss, right? Mentally, that is a much more doable feeling for me, much more survivable than the feeling of, oh my gosh, I sold early, I should have held. That might not be the case for you. In your situation, it might make more sense to sell a position early because that's what you do. You got to learn about yourself. As a wise person once said, guys, as a really wise person once said, KYP, know your personnel. Did we not talk about that earlier today? Was that not the main thing we talked about earlier today? That KYP? KYP, brother. Know your personnel. Know what puts you on tilt. Know what puts you on the struggle bus. You got a KYP. In all facets of life, you always got a KYP. Not much in this world is more important than KYPing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm the reason I'm still here and all this is to kind of remain disciplined and not walk away sad. I am a little upset that that I'm not partaking in this move right now. Big shouts to anyone, any students who took this, not just students, but step away, Karma. Step away, brother. Step away. I'm letting my emotions process, and then I'm going to step away as well.
Mom, my depression is a shapeshifter. One day it is as small as a firefly in the palm of a bear. The next, it's the bear. On those days, I play dead until the bear leaves me alone.
Hell yeah, Danny. Hell yeah, Alex. Great work on this trade, my friends. Target 1 has already been taken on that the high day. From there, I'd start to manage it just kind of based on, I mean, in a dream world, we don't even come back to this former higher day. Let me look at GC again. Initially, I did think the overnight highs would hit today. We'll see. It's either going to stop right here or make it there. My gut would say make it there, though. I am the party. I don't want to keep. I can't. Anxiety holds me a hostage inside of my house. Inside of my head, and I am a hostage inside of my house. Inside of my head, I am a hostage inside of my house. Inside of my head, hostage inside of my house. I am a party. Yuri Chris, my brother, I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving. Seriously, I'm so grateful for you. You mean the world to me, my dude. Please send my love to the family, and I'll see you on Monday, my dude. Good vibes, guys. Good vibes. Good vibes. Who cares that I was up 8,000 and then now lost that trade, and then I would have been up 12,000 right now. Who cares? You know what I mean? It is life. I have to remember. I have to remind myself the same thing that I was teaching to you all earlier today. The same thing, which is that it's the math. And it's hard to remember that in the moment sometimes. Ah, great question. That Work Hard song. Excellent song. Love that song. It's so good. It's called Hard Style by Fred Again and Kedema. And at one point, he literally just yells, I love it. You're not working hard enough.
Got to be hard style, my style, hostile. Got to be hard style, my style, hostile. Got to be hard style, my style, hostile.
Let's go. Danny hit a 100% banger.
That's a lot, maybe not, maybe not.
All right, my friends. I am going to wrap up the stream for here today. I'm getting another copyright issue. Not that we expect anything less, but I love you all very, very much. I hope you all have an amazing rest of the day. I will not be streaming on Friday. I'm going to sleep. I would recommend that you all do the same thing. It is a half day in the market. Usually it's a great rest day. Take some time away from the charts. Give yourself a little bit of time to breathe. You know what I mean? But I love you all very, very much. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day and an amazing Thanksgiving. And from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to give a special shout out to all of you guys. I love you all so much. I get addicted to the chat. I love the chat. I love the community. You have no idea how much fulfillment this brings me in my life. So I'm really grateful and thankful for you all. I hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving. Spend some time with your friends, your family. I love you all. And we'll be back, all right? Cheers. Gang, 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 gang.